Okay, we're going to read chapter 2 of Humphrey's Treasure Hunt, Trouble. Okay, remember in chapter 1, Humphrey is at somebody's house. Do you remember whose house it is? And his little brother. Let's see, whose house was it? Garth. And then his little brother Andy. And remember, he's going to have a treasure hunt. He's going to have a party, and there's a little treasure chest, and they put the treasure chest in Humphrey's cage and told Humphrey not to peek in his bedding. Okay, this chapter is called The Trouble Begins. AJ's here, Garth's dad called from the hallway. Garth quickly hid all of the pieces of paper in his desk drawer. He's spending the night, he explained, but don't tell him about the treasure hunt. Okay, Andy said. Shh. AJ raced into the room. Hi, Humphrey Dumpty, he said. He calls me Humphrey Dumpty for fun. I call him Lower Your Voice AJ because of his loud voice. Hi, Og, AJ says. Og answered with a friendly boing, 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 Andy said. Then he hopped across the room shouting. There he is. He's a loud kid. Quiet, Andy, Garth told him. AJ leaned down close to Andy and said, shh. Bedtime, Andy, Garth's dad called from the hallway. Andy said, night, night, ham and frog. The boys played a game. Then Garth's dad called from the hallway again. Time to wash up and get ready for bed, guys, he said. You've got a big day tomorrow. Once Garth and AJ had left, I told Og, we've got a big day tomorrow too. This time, Og was silent. Maybe he wished the treasure was in his tank instead of my cage. I wanted to open the treasure to see what was inside, but I'd promised Garth I wouldn't peek. It's always a good idea to keep a promise. I hopped on my wheel so I wouldn't think about the treasure. I was spinning fast, fast, fast when the door to my cage started to open. I wanted to see who was opening it, but my wheel was going too fast. I had to wait until it slowed down. While I waited, I saw a shadowy shape of a hand reach in and poke around the cage. I had to see who was doing this, so I hopped off the wheel. I guess I hopped off too soon because I flipped head over paws across my bedding. When I stopped, I was dizzy. So here's a picture. So see how he's dizzy? Ooh. Okay. The hand picked up, oh, see, you can see the hand right there. The hand picked up the small treasure chest. I tried to see whose hand it was, but whoever it was must have been crouching down. Stop! I squeaked as loud as a small hamster can squeak. Stop right now! Shh! Was the only answer. Stop, thief! I squeaked as my heart went thump, thump, thump. No one answered, but I did smell something. Was it chocolate? Boing, boing! Og called out as he splashed wildly in his tank. Before I knew it, the hand took the treasure chest out of my cage and closed the door. I dashed forward to see who it was, but it was too late. Garth's room was empty. Og, did you see the thief? I asked. Og didn't answer in this time. I guess he hadn't seen who it was. Neither had I. I couldn't believe it. The treasure chest was gone, gone, gone. When Garth and AJ came back into the room, I squeaked up right away. A thief was here, I told them. We have to find the thief. Calm down, Humphrey Dumpty, AJ said. Shh. Good night, Humphrey, Garth said. He took off his glasses and got into bed. AJ got into the other bed in Garth's room. Boing, boing, Og said. Good night, Og, Garth said. I love humans, but sometimes I wish they'd pay a little more attention. Here they are going in the room. We're trying to tell them. The boys talked in the dark for a while, and soon I could tell by their breathing that they were asleep. But I didn't sleep the whole night. Like most hamsters, I'm usually wide awake at night. But I'm not usually so worried. It had been nice to have the treasure chest in my cage, but it was not nice at all to have it missing. I imagined what would happen the next day. One of my friends would be the first to reach the cage, but when that friend got there, they would not find the treasure. I thought about how the winner would be disappointed. Garth would be disappointed. Garth's parents would be disappointed, but no one would be more disappointed than me. The next morning, Garth jumped out of bed. I tried to tell him again that the treasure was missing. "You sound excited, Humphrey," he said while AJ was out of the room. "So am I, and you're the most important guest because you've got the treasure." Except, of course, I didn't. He went downstairs to get ready for the party. "I've got to do something, don't you think?" I asked Og. "Boing, boing, boing," he agreed. Since the family was at home, I didn't dare go far from my cage. I decided to search for a new treasure so the party wouldn't be ruined. It's a secret, but I have a lock that doesn't lock on my cage door. I can get in and out without any humans knowing. I jiggled the lock and the door opened. I was free. It's a long, long, long way down to the floor for a small hamster, and I didn't have much time, so I decided to explore Garth's desktop first. There was a lot to see on Garth's desktop. The first thing I saw was a cap full of pencils, but these weren't plain pencils. They had amazing things on top, like an orange pumpkin head, a smiling monkey, a shiny star. One pencil looked like a rocket ship. Next to the pencil cup was a huge yellow smiling face. When I saw it, I smiled back. "Hello," I said, trying to be friendly. Then I saw that the smiling face was really a clock. "Never mind," I said. Next to the clock was a frame made of twigs with a picture of Garth and AJ in it. Okay, there's a picture. There's the pencils and the clock and the picture. Those pencils are kind of cute. Okay. I wandered around the desk. I wandered around a deck of cards and ran right into a tiny pink pig. The pig fell over and let out a oink. "Sorry," I said. I quickly moved on. There were pads of paper, a large blue feather, and a pencil box with the planets on it. I know about planets from our lessons in room 26. I kept on walking. Soon I was face to face with a row of tall dinosaurs with very large teeth. They weren't real dinosaurs, thank goodness, but they still were scary to a small hamster like me. There's the picture. So there's the feather and the pig, and there's the dinosaurs. Okay. I scurried past a row of toy cars in bright colors. One was a bright red car with no top on it. It was just my size, and I stopped to look at it. I barely touched the shiny car with my paw, and it lurched toward me. "Vroom!" the car roared. "Eek!" I squeaked. I started running. The car zipped across the desk, making wild turns. I ran for my life, zigzagging out of its way. Suddenly I saw I was headed for the edge of the desk. It was a long, long, long way down to the floor. To my left was a pencil case that was taller than I am. To my right was the front edge of the desk. Eek! So here it is coming after him. Uh-oh. At the last second, I leaped up onto the pencil case. The car zoomed right off the edge of the desk. It sailed through the air and landed on Garth's soft bed. "Boing, boing," Og said as I caught my breath. My heart was pounding, but I told him, "Don't worry, I'm fine, and so is the car." "Boing, boing, boing," Og warned me. He was right. I didn't have much time. "I'll hurry," I told him. Then something caught my eye, something shiny and gold, like treasure. It was a coin. I hopped off the pencil case and scrambled over to it. When I sniffed it, I realized that it wasn't a real coin. It was a chocolate wrapped in gold paper. Still, it was shiny and gold, and my friends all liked chocolate. I held it in my mouth careful not to bite down and make teeth marks. I hurried back to my cage. Og splashed loudly and called out, "Boing, boing!" And then I heard footsteps. I dashed inside my cage and pulled the door closed behind me. I slipped the chocolate coin under my bedding just as Garth came in. "Time to go downstairs," Garth said. "The party's about to start." Dun, dun, dun. Okay, well, let's see what happens next time. Bye-bye.